Hello everyone, welcome back. Good to see you. This is Eric KJ4YZI. You're watching HamRadioConcepts. There's several funny things mashed in together right now at the time of this video. Today is October 4th, 10/4. My birthday. I was born on 10/4. Didn't realize that I'd be born on 10/4. That's pretty fun, especially since I'm a big CB advocate. Everybody knows that I've played with CB since I was 9 years old, and I continue to love CB, and CB is more active than it's ever been. So what's fitting on 10/4 is to make a video on a birthday present I bought myself. Yes, I bought this from Gigaparts. Yes, they don't just hand me stuff. I buy stuff. The Uniden 885 Hybrid CB radio digital scanner, which has GPS, a scanner built in, does analog and digital P25, all the way up to 999 megahertz. Loads the database that's updated every Monday at 7:30 that you can upload right into the radio as you're traveling or pulling your off-grid RV like I will be doing. On the highway, I can listen to ambulance, fire, DOT, digital, P25, ham radio, whatever I want to listen to on top of the CB in the unit here. 10/4, good buddy. And if you're not watching the news or social media, because you can't, today we are experiencing a massive worldwide crippling outage of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, including, I just bought for my birthday, another birthday present, an Oculus Quest VR headset. I even had to buy the VR gun that goes with it. And I can't play this because it's linked to the Facebook servers. And guess what? Facebook is offline. Yes, your social media means nothing right now. If you're from the 80s, you will remember that CB radio was your social media. And to this day, ham radio, CB radio, GMRS radio, nobody can turn that off because you got a virus or there's a computer glitch. So it's just fitting on 10/4 today with an outage to make a video on something that will go in my diesel. And let's take a trip down memory lane. Scott Taylor. Scott Taylor, this video is for you.
So basically, we're having the discussion about the truck, and I said, so how long before there's going to be a nest of antennas up on the roof? He goes, oh, no, I'm not putting anything in this.
Yeah.
And so far we've discussed the perfect place to mount the antenna.
Now 15 seconds later, he started wavering.
Right. So then there's wiring already in here, amplifiers. So
Yeah.
he's got a place to put a linear. And I said, okay.
He says, if I do this,
Yeah,
I'm going to do this
no,
or do that.
No.
Right?
It's when. So I said,
Exactly.
the title of the video is going to be,
Yep.
Yep.
I swore I'd never put anything on this thing, but you know what?
it's going to happen.
It might. I got to hold back.
Yep, Mike and Scott were right. Yeah, that's all.
If
Yep.
it goes on the 250,
If
and
an
I'm
antenna
I'm
and a
gonna burn
radio
this to a
gets
DVD so people say, "Yep,
Yep.
you're right. Yep."
That's it.
And I said I would never put it in my diesel. I said, no antennas. Look what happened. 3 years later, 2 years later, 1920. Yeah, 2 years later, 2.5 years later, it's going in. So when I'm pulling my RV, I'm going to have more than just this. But wait, there's more. After I bought this, I contacted my buddy Rob at Shark Antennas, and I said, listen, you've seen Shark Antennas making these ham sticks, the all-American made HF ham sticks that I've been showing you. They were a huge sponsor in our Hamfest. Remember, December 4th, 2021, Hamfest, Treasure Coast in New River County Fairgrounds. We're going to have a whole weekend of camping, a day of Hamfest, a lot of fun stuff. But did you know that Shark Antenna originally got started making CB antennas for like 25 years? Okay, I'm going to have, with this in my diesel, I'm going to have 2 of the Shark 5-foot tunable tip, all-American CB antennas, tunable tip, tuned right where I want it, with, in this box I'm going to show you, they sent me a whole box here. Thank you, Shark Antennas, for sending that stuff for me for this video. Well, you're going to see that in the next video when I mount it. But they also sent me, 2 of the tunable sticks, the Shark 75 ohm phasing harness. They sent me the Shark 3-way mirror mount chrome mounts that I'm going to drill on the side of my toolbox. They sent me the Shark 12-foot coax to go to my radio, and a prototype, which is almost, by the time you see this video, it'll be in production, a better scanner antenna that comes with than what comes with this. See, Shark's making a scanner antenna that will go all the way up to almost 1,000 megahertz, American made, and it will mount on this radio and do better than the little 3-inch scanner antenna this comes with. I've read some reviews on this, and when I bought this, I said, I tend to believe that this has to be Uniden brings a pretty good, pretty decent product. But everybody said, oh man, the scanner sucks. Well, probably because they're using that little 3 thing. Guys, you can't expect that they're going to put the best antenna for scanner that there is in this, because they know you're going to probably purchase a better one. And at that point, they're just wasting money. So I'm going to show you in the next video the scanner antenna by Shark Antennas that's going to mount with this, and it's going to give me way better coverage. And like I said, this is GPS. It's even got the bear tracker warning system, which is, they say, a legal alternative to radar detector, which we're going to test out in a separate video. And basically, it monitors that if you have any sort of like public safety or police activity on RF, it says, hey, there might be a police officer nearby. Now, am I going to trust that? No, don't speed. It's very bad. Don't speed. When I'm taking the RV down the road to the Keys, or taking it up to North Florida, or wherever I'm going, the truckers will let me know. And yes, don't argue. They're on there all the time, man. And they tell you exactly where you're going. I mean, when there's, what's going on up ahead, why am I... When you pull in a 34-foot RV and the 8-foot bed on my F250, you ain't turning around the road. You got to plan ahead. So I thought it'd be fun to have this. And if I'm not towing the RV, I'm just listening to something on the scanner. I can listen to some P25 or some police or fire. Trunking. A trunk tracker in this CB. I think it's really a winner. I purchased it from Gigaparts, and you can check out the link in the description. Although, caveat, Uniden with the COVID got hit hard. I'm not sure how many Gigaparts has, and I know for a fact that Uniden is still recovering. So there's a lot of companies that do not have this in stock. So when I bought this, I was one of few that were left. So if you want to go running to buy it, just be patient. Uniden may not have a date when they're going to have them available. But by the time you see this video, check the link in Gigaparts and see if they have some in stock. Let's check out today the Uniden 885 Hybrid CB scanner on HamRadioConcepts.
Ham Radio Concepts is brought to you by HamRadioPrep.com. It's never been easier to learn about ham radio before you take the exam. And Ham Radio Prep makes it fun and guarantees your success. Visit HamRadioPrep.com. Use the code ERIC20 to instantly save 20% off every course you buy. Remember the name, HamRadioPrep.com.
Where are you going?
Don't worry about it.
Well, whose vehicle are you taking?
My truck.
Yeah, excuse me?
Why do I have to take my mother's vehicle?
Whose vehicle are you taking?
My truck.
And, well, what about when that CV gets put in your...
Diesel.
What about when that CV gets put in your diesel? What are you going to think? What are you going to be saying on a diesel?
Candy cane.
Where are you going?
The antennas are going on my truck.
Excuse...
That's right.
Oh.
My truck.
Oh, boy. Oh, there she goes. Woo! That's a 6.0, boys. About 12,000 in that motor. Oh, don't hit the gas. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is wireless mic compatible. Uniden does make I think it's a Bluetooth or just a wireless version of a microphone for this. All right, so start here. I have not opened this yet. I've had it for a couple weeks, at least 3 weeks. And look at that. So it's about, if you look at the size, it's about a little bit shorter than a Cobra 29 LTD, if you're familiar with that. Now, I've used Cobra 29s before. I have one I modded years ago. All right, so nice. Let's look at this. So it's got an SD card slot. Ooh, does it come with it? Does it really? Look at that. It comes with an 8 gigabyte micro SD. I'm guessing that's got the database loaded on it, so you can just pop that out, put that in your computer or laptop, load the new database, pop it back in. Really neat stuff. It uses a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pin round style microphone. All right, it's got your, it's not touch screen. It's got your volume up here. So it's got, and we're going to show you a more advanced operation of this thing. This video is to get you geared up because, I'm more excited using stuff like this or showing stuff like this to you guys. And then, novelty wears off when I put it in. So that's how it is. But it's got, so you have a SWR function on the radio here. It shows you, what your SWR is. I suggest using something like a Rig Expert tuner. I have the AA2000 coming that I'm going to use for pretty much everything anymore. And I could test my antennas, tune them, make sure they're good. You never can trust the SWR function. I mean, it'll give you an idea. Don't tune your antenna to the SWR function on a radio. Use an antenna analyzer first. But it's got buttons over here too. It's got police, fire, ambulance, DOT, scan, stuff like that. What I'm interested in is this. So it's got the traditional 3-pin power cord here. So if you have a CB in your vehicle already, you could use the same Cobra or Uniden cable that you have, plug it in here. You don't have to run new power cables. External speaker here and your PA speaker jack up top. SO239 for antenna and a BNC for the scanner antenna. And it looks like to be an RJ11 for the GPS. So let's see what else comes with this. All right. And I know you're saying, wow, this is a lackluster review. You've talked more about your truck than anything else. Well, okay, we're going to get into stuff like this. All right. This is going to be a little mini series here. All right. So here is, we'll show you something. This is the scanner antenna that comes with it. All right. And from what I've read on the internet, this little tiny suction cup, wow, yeah, no wonder people are upset. And I'm not saying shame on you, Uniden, but shame on you. Okay, so it is just a suction cup style, so you have a BNC on here, right, and your wire. So you stick this on, I'm guessing, the window, like this. And it looks like just a little, yeah, I see. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That might be, and for scanning sometimes you don't need much, but no. That's, no, here. Let me pull it out of this box here for a second. Let's see where it is. Shark mirror mounts. Where's it at? Just tip the Samsung. Oh, gosh, there. Oh, there's all the stuff. Okay, there it is. This is what we're going to hook up to the 885. This is a Shark antenna. Now, I will tell you, he did say, because it's a prototype, it's got a magnet mount, all right? And this is for total function of the scanner operation. This is not your CB antenna. This is the scanner antenna that functions with the internal GPS-enabled scanner on your radio here. It's a mag mount, okay, USA made with that, right? And I like that better. That looks a little just more cool. And then what he told me was, you're going to see in this, right now it's got an old Motorola, what is that, like a, I forget what you call it, like a regular stereo kit. And he gives you an adapter to go to BNC, but the ones that are in production will not have this Motorola type adapter or FM radio type adapter. It's going to have a BNC specifically for mobile scanners, radios like this, etc. Okay, so we're going to use the Shark antenna on that. And I will tell you that because Shark antenna, Rob, knows his CB stuff from back in the day, I asked him, and he said, let's look at this here. Okay, so he said if this is the Bearcat microphone that has the chrome on the front with the claw, it's probably an 885NC, which is, he said, actually Uniden did a really good job at a noise canceling microphone. He says, leave it alone. He said, you can buy one of those, a statics or whatever. He says, but this is a good matched noise canceling microphone for that radio. He says, if it's the one that's all black and just plastic, he says, not good. But the one that's like this, so that is the noise canceling microphone, okay? And you can put any kind of mic that'll, if you want to wire it yourself to the 6-pin or whatever. It does come with a little power cord. Now this power cord is suitable with a 3-amp fuse just for the 4-watt operation that is legal for the FCC in the radio here. I wouldn't recommend running this in a power port circuit light adapter. Run this it says this unit can only be installed in negative ground battery systems, of course. Connect the red wire to the positive terminal of the battery and the black wire to the negative terminal. But I know for a fact back in the day, and what Rob told me, run the negative as short as possible to the nearest solid ground bolt that you can to eliminate ground noise and some other stuff. So we're going to talk about that in the other video. Now, here's the GPS. And the GPS, yep, it's an RJ11 phone cord. And this is going to go in one side of the GPS with a 3M sticky tape. This is your GPS. And what this does is it enables you to, it basically reads off of your GPS coordinates and determines what scanner frequencies would be available in your area. Now, if there's a software that I need to download that I could add manual entries, let's say, I can listen to 2-meter or 440 analog repeaters. I'm not sure it'll do DMR. I know it does P25 and some trunking digital, but we'll check that out. But this will, if you can put that in there, you might be able to put all your ham radio repeaters in there. Now, you won't be able to talk on them with this, but yes, in fact, I'm going to show you the GMRS radio that I might be putting in that diesel. Yes, we can't just stick with a scanner and CB. We're going to have GMRS in there and possibly a 2-meter radio or 2-meter 440 radio. Man, here it comes. A nest of antennas on the diesel. All right. So that simply connects the back of the radio to the GPS. Away you go. Mounting bracket and hardware. Now, this is something that's going to be very, very fussy for me. All right, and I'm going to look at this for a second. Now, wow, my floor's a mess. So I don't want to drill into my dashboard for this. All right. So I'm going to figure out, if you have any ideas, please comment below. I don't want to drill. I want to put it underneath to the right of my foot. But I want to put this up in there. But I do not want to run screws in there. If I have to, I will. They don't give you the screws. Oh, yeah, they do. I guess I could. It's got the traditional mounting bracket like this. Right here. All right. I don't know if I want to drill into that dashboard or run self-tapping screws. I don't think 3M tape or Velcro is going to work in the heat of Florida. We're going to figure that out, all right? What I'm going to do is we're going to wrap this video because I've noticed that if I make several videos to follow along, I'll see who's interested in the first video, then they follow along the second and third. If I try to do it all in a 45-minute video, it's going to be too long. So what I think first is I like the modern look of this. Even though I have a Ranger 2950, I have a 10-meter radio, does 11. I have a Cobra 29. I have my President Lincoln Plus 2 that's still in my work van. That's got a sideband on it. But you may say, why did you just go AM? Why did you not go sideband? Guys, I'm on sideband 11 meters every day in between ham radio with my 7100 mobile for HF, and I have my President Lincoln Plus 2 on sideband, on 38 lower sideband, and I'm talking to people all over the United States. I've talked to Australia on the thing. I've talked to Bermuda, Barbados, Trinidad, Tobago, Jamaica, England, all kinds of places with that President Lincoln Plus 2 sideband. But I thought this would be pretty fun with a scanner built in and a modern look for my diesel. I really didn't want, a chrome Cobra 29 LTD or whatever. So I think this looks pretty good with the modern. It's got the SD card. We're going to check out loading the software and the, how that looks. This is pretty light. This isn't heavy at all. Yeah, made in Vietnam, Bear Tracker 885. So from what I understand, all these new ones like this and the 980 and stuff like that are all surface mount. So from my understanding, it's not as easy to go replacing resistors and jumping wires and stuff. It's all surface mount technology. And that's okay because I don't plan on modding this at all. I'm going to run the stock mic. I'm going to run the stock radio and the two antennas I have and the phasing. Here's the Shark, coax assembly. That's some nice RG8X Mini or the nice solid clear braided with the FMEs. I don't have to take off the ends and I got the little small tiny cable. I can run through little grommets. Pretty cool. Yeah, the 12-inch mini 8 coax and the phasing harness. So, wow, Shark makes American-made brushed aluminum billet deluxe 3-way mirror mounts. Cool stuff, man. You've seen it here. The Bearcat 885 is going to the diesel. More videos on the way, and we'll see what we end up putting inside the RV. The off-grid RV's got to have a CB and GMRS and ham radio in it as well. 7-3, everyone. Look for the next video coming up. This is KJ4YZI.